Right, this is amazing. Stick with me on this. It's brilliant. So I read an article the other day, and it has been reported that Jaguar Land Rover has issued a cease and desist letter to the UK's Network Rail, telling them to stop using the terms Ranger and Rover on some of their tickets. What in Christ's name are they thinking? Yes, the famous car maker Range Rover is threatening to sue Britain's railway company because of what they're putting on their tickets. Because they sell a Rover ticket and a Ranger ticket. Because apparently, when you buy a £650 all network rail Rover ticket, you are confusing that with £120,000 worth of 4x4. Because nothing screams luxury mode of vehicular transport when you're sitting on a train with a Boots meal deal sliding off your knee. Haven't they got enough to worry about? The Jaguar concept got them in the news for multiple different reasons, none of them particularly good, and I don't believe that all publicity is good publicity. And when you've got Donald Trump who puts down his golf bats to say that, what did he say? That the rebrand was disastrously woke. And when a man who specialises in the installation of gold shitters in any building he goes into starts having a go at your taste, you're in real trouble. If you enjoy the videos I do, why not go and find this and so much more on the Patreon? And on the Patreon you will find less censored versions than the stuff that appears on YouTube, because obviously I can't be... you know what I mean. Plus, weekly episodes of my podcast and access to the full archives of live streams. And many other things, vlogs and other stuff. So, have a look at the Patreon. It's only £3 a month. Anyway, back to the point. Jaguar Land Rover has decided that the biggest threat to their business is not Donald Trump calling them a disgrace, or backlash against your proposed car, or the fact that the press keeps reporting that you've had a 97% drop in sales over the course of a year, or the fact that their CEO has just resigned just before they launched their new car, probably because at the age of 64 he's thought, I've had enough of this shit. Or the fact that the parent company Tata have just decided to send their man in to run it to replace him. Probably because the Indians have decided that the English need to put the fucking tea down and listen to them for a change. It's like reverse Raj. No, their biggest threat is that the possibility of a man called Scott, a travelling salesman on a train from Dunstable to Milton Keynes, may look down at his ticket and confuse Land Rover with Network Rail. Maybe he looks down and goes, oh, it's a good job I bought a Range Rover ticket. Why aren't the seats leather and how come it's working? Well, it's a British train, so there's no guarantee it's actually working. What is going on at their head office if they think that this is a good idea? In what world does this help them? Are they addicted to getting panned on social media? Are they masochists who enjoy this? Jaguar Land Rover had made 500 management roles redundant and said, as part of normal business practice, we regularly offer eligible employees the opportunity to leave JLR through limited voluntary redundancy programs. Lovely. Well, could you find the person that gave this plan the go-ahead and give them voluntary redundancy? And when I say voluntary redundancy, I mean give them the chance to voluntarily chuck themselves off a roof. Maybe one of the people being redundant thought, I'll have a little bit of fun, and made a few things ready to go through the pipeline after he was made redundant. Or she, could be a she. I suspect that the same executive has also set things to be released on certain dates along the lines of, yes, Jaguar has gone LGBT and you have, and I mean have, to be gay to buy one. And the next Range Rover will be designed exclusively by Katie Price, and Sharon Osbourne is in charge of doing the terrain response system. And all future purchases of JLR products have to be done in Japanese yen, Bitcoin or sexual favours. And of course, below the line, the comments on all these articles, they have been rather scathing. Jaguar just like National Rail, poorly made, breakdown and never on time. They must be desperate. Their problem isn't with Network Rail, that's their spelt T-H-E-I-R, not T-H-E-R-E. Their problem is not with making any cars, and the new ones are woke, almost criminal management. I don't know why I'm doing this particular voice with it, it just sort of fits with, you know, the Daily Mail comments. A British government made a mess of Palestine in the 1930s and the partition of India in 1948. We should have left India as one country and told the Muslims to get on with it. Right, I'm not entirely sure how that's relevant. That was on the article. That was in the comments of the article about the Land Rover lawsuit. No one should be allowed to use the comments, especially you. They are desperate to attract negative attention to their terrible Indian cars. We're all over the map here. That's the mail for you. It really is. I mean, Range and Rover appear both in the dictionary. They are actual words, along with idiot, moron and What else will be targeted now? Other Ranger and Rover uses of the word. Will Ford be getting a letter about their pickup, the Ranger? What about park rangers? Ah yes, the Atlas Mountain Range. We can't be having that. My mate's got a dog called Rover, actually. Yeah, we're going to have to advise him to put that down just in case he gets a letter, because they think that this Border Terrier is a SUV. The discount homeware store, the Range. What are we going to do about that? We can't be having this. How the hell do they think they can get away with that? This is actually pretty disturbing stuff. White faux Venetian blinds, £74.69. An active sport camping table, £14.99. And a Sienna rocking chair in light brown, £149.99. How dare they sell all of this under the banner of Jaguar Land Rover intellectual property? But wait, what about the moon? What's sitting on the moon? Come on, what's sitting on the moon? The Lunar Rover. Christ, it gets worse. They're going to sue NASA for the words Lunar Rover. Get a trip up there now to the moon and change the badges immediately. My problem is that Network Rail actually gave in. They had all references to Ranger and Rover tickets taken off their website. The only reaction that you would have had to that letter, receiving that letter as Network Rail of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Scotland and Wales and Northern Ireland share, is to have rang Jaguar Land Rover up and said, "Are you on a mad one, cuz? What is you playing at?" Or words to that effect.
I'll make that deal. How about you? You bet you make that deal?
I'd make that deal.
I don't blame you. Damn good deal.